Hi, welcome back to page 4 of the Unit 9B review examples for our test that's coming up. Number 11, find the value of x. Lines that appear tangent are tangent. Well, I don't have any lines in this picture that appear tangent, so I don't even have to worry about that. So I am looking for this angle right here, x. I can see that it is outside my circle. So the formula I'm going to use when I'm outside the circle is the angle is 1/2 the difference of the intercepted arcs. So this angle, angle x, is 1/2. I'm going to be subtracting my two arcs. So as I come out of the angle, I see the first arc that I hit is 70 degrees. And then as I keep going, the second arc I hit is 130. We always want to put the bigger arc in first, which is always going to be the one that's furthest away, so that way when we subtract your bigger minus your smaller, we get a positive angle, because we don't want negative angles in geometry. So my largest is 130, and my smaller is 70. It's the one furthest away minus the one closer in to the angle that we're working with. So x equals 1/2 of 130 minus 70 is 60, and half of 60 is 30, and it's an angle, so we'll say 30 degrees. Okay, when I look at number 12, it's the same type of problem. The only thing that's different is I do have a tangent segment here this time. Okay, I'm still intersecting outside my circle, but this time I'm trying to find one of the arcs. So let's work at this one. My angle is outside, so I'm still going to be using angle equals 1/2 the difference. The angle I already know is 20 degrees, so my x isn't going to go there. And then in here I'm going to be subtracting the outside arc minus the inside arc. So when I come out of this 20-degree angle, I see I hit this arc, the x, and then I keep going and I hit this arc, the 130. The outside arc minus the inside arc. 130 minus the inside arc, x. Okay? A couple different ways I could solve this. The first way is I could distribute that 1/2, or I could multiply by its inverse to just get rid of the fraction altogether. And that's the method I prefer. I like to just multiply both sides of my equation by 2. Because when I do that, on the left-hand side, 1/2 times 2 is just 1/2 of 2 is 1. So it just goes away, cancels out. 2 times 20 is 40. And that equals just 130 minus x. Subtract 130 on both sides. And 40 minus 130 is a negative 90, which might scare us at first, but then we see it equals a negative x. So if negative 90 equals negative x, to get rid of that negative, I'm going to divide both sides by a negative 1, which is going to give me a positive 90 equals a positive x. And since it's an arc, we're looking at its measure, it is degrees. Okay, number 13. Number 13, oh, we've already done one like this in one of the other videos, in video number 2. So I know there's going to be at least 2 of these on the test. Find x in the circle below. When I have chords that intersect each other, they create 4 little segments, and the products of those segments are equal. So if I take this 2 and I multiply it to this x, that's going to be the same as this 3 multiplied to the 6. 2 times x is just 2x. 3 times 6 is 18. Divide both sides by 2. And x equals 9. right, the next one, number 14. Find the center and the radius of the circles whose equation is, and then there's 4 of us to do. 4 of them to do. All right, remember my formula for a circle says we take x minus h, close parentheses squared, plus y minus k, close parentheses squared, equals my radius squared. So when I want to figure out what my center is the point HK. Notice here I have a not negative. It's a positive H, a positive K. And then when it goes in the formula, it looks like a negative H and a negative K. So what happens is in the formula, the sign is going to be different. It's going to be opposite of what's in the center. Okay? And then my radius, I'm going to have to square root to unsquare here so that I can find my radius. So let's see if we can practice that. All right, let's look at the first one, letter A. X plus 5 squared plus y minus 4 squared equals 144. So my center, I look here and here to give my x and y value for my center, and then I remember from over here, they're going to look opposite in the formula, which means my center was really the point -5 and +4. My radius is going to be, I have to unsquare 144, which means I have to square root the 144, which is going to be 12. So my first one, my center is -5, 4, and my radius is 12. Letter B, again, to find my center, I'm going to look at my x and my y, and I'm going to remember that when they go in the formula, they look opposite of what they were in the coordinate. So if it says +7, that means it was really a -7. If it says +2, it was a -2. And then my radius, to get my radius, I have to unsquare the 25. And that is just 5. Okay, letter C, for my center, there's nothing here added or subtracted to that x, which means my center value for x was 0. And then for this one, remember we're going to be looking at the opposite. So if it was a -3, now it's going to be a +3. And then for my radius, I have to unsquare the 36, which is going to give me just 6. All right, and then for the last one here, my center is going to be a +8, a +1, and my radius is going to be, I have to unsquare the 81, which gives me 9. Okay, so there are your answers to page 4 of your Unit 9B Circles Part 2 test review. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the last video of example problems for the Unit 9B Circles Part 2 test review. Thanks for watching.